Alrighty guys, anybody recognize this vehicle? Well, you're looking in the rear now. We got the battery unhooked. That is because we was getting ready to replace a steering angle sensor. Y'all recognize this? Magnum, guys, Dodge Magnums. These vehicles were extremely popular back in '08. Okay, in fact, that's what year model this is, so '08. However, we have ran across some disappointments. Okay, now have a code for steering angle sensor. Typically when you see that code, you basically to diagnose it. Yeah, diagnose it. That is a thing, guys. We don't just automatically know what's wrong with your car. Just because you got a code that mentions a part does not necessarily mean you need that part. Okay, so depending on what the code is, you should diagnose it. Now, based on our diagnosis, we need a steering angle sensor. However, here's where the disappointment come in at. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the steering angle sensor. Okay, yeah, once you get the steering wheel off, got a few parts off. Yeah, steering wheel. What's crazy, these just, you don't really need a puller. Just remove the bolt and pull real hard, it come right off. And underneath the steering wheel is, in fact, the clock spring. Yes, y'all know about the clock spring. It just needed to transfer electrical connections through the steering wheel. Keep in mind, the steering wheel do one of these numbers. Yeah, you still need current, power flow, what have you, to go through there to get to things like the horn, wipers. That's mechanical. You see that little, I've seen these break on the clock spring and you will not have cam return. Like if I'm making a left turn and I turn the wheel on the way to the return spot, the cam's supposed to knock that up and this go back out. Yeah, but that used to drive mechanics freaking crazy. All right, these little cam teeth right here. Yeah, see, I hope he didn't turn this, guys. You can't. There's a ribbon inside of this. Once it get off, one wrong turn or one hard turn, the ribbon can snap and you will need a clock spring. Right now, we don't need a clock spring. We need a freaking steering angle sensor. But here's the bad news. Oh my goodness, they don't make it anymore. Discontinued. In layman's term, it's discontinued. You can't buy it anymore from a Mopar standpoint. All right, but now at this point, at this age, who cares if it's Mopar or Derman? It could be a Derman. Just give me a damn Derman steering angle sensor. I'll be fine. But guess what? We can't find one. No one makes it. So does that mean this nice ass, let me show y'all how nice this thing is. In fact, let's go under the hood. This nice ass '08 Dodge Magnum has hit the end of its lifespan just because you can't get a steering angle sensor. Guys, did I show y'all the mileage on this thing? Keep in mind, I mentioned this is a '08 model. Do y'all see that? 2.7 liter engine. All right. Now, I want to show y'all something because this is crazy. I want y'all to take a look at this. Remember, 2.7. This is the worst engine Dodge ever made. I'm sorry. I'm a Dodge guy. I love Dodge. I love everything about it. But this 2.7 engine, I was around during the heyday. Y'all see that? She changed her oil religiously. Now, due to the miles, it hasn't had a lot of oil changes. However, the oil is squeaky clean. The engine is purling like a kid, and everything is right about the car, except for one thing. The steering light is on. All right. Some customers do not want to be riding around with any warning light on. It doesn't matter how minor you think it is. Like me, I would live with that stupid light. Okay, but warning lights are put in place for just that reason, to warn you of something. All right. So yeah, I can't convince her to live with this. I can tell her we don't have the part. But yeah, look at this. 2.08 model, guys. Now, when I say '08, you will naturally think well over 200,000 miles, right? Dodge Magnum, baby. I'll show y'all how many miles it had. All right, now, we got to close the door. Where's my mileage? Do I need to turn the key on? Remember, you're not going to get an airbag pop because there's no clock spring here. Let's turn this key on. Do y'all see that? Do y'all freaking see that? 48,000 miles. Oh my goodness. Yes, guys. Now, this expected out of a older car, not a badly used car. This car hasn't been around the world in a day, so there's no a lot of wear and tear on this car. This is one that you would definitely want to buy. That is the risk we're now faced with, people, as far as people that likes to treasure their older cars. Yeah, if something happens, you're screwed. You can no longer get parts. Okay, the skim module. The skim module is needed to start your car. It's a security feature in place. Now, this is the '08. The skim module is likely discontinued. So once this go away and you can't get a new part, and this finally fail on your old car, your car is history? Is that how we doing? Is that how we doing? Now, I kid and cut a lot up on this company called Derman, this parts company. Now, guys, don't dog me out by the way I pronounce it. I told y'all I do that for a reason. All right, it has a lot to do with lawsuits. All right, I have been known to trash companies that I think need to be trashed based on my opinion. You may not feel that way, and that's okay. But I can't just. All right, I'll explain that on a different video. But Derman have actually saved a lot of cars. Okay, especially the older cars. When dealers finally reach the point where it's not worth it to produce such parts anymore, they'll discontinue. Like, this don't matter no more. Those cars are likely, I think they do a percentage thing. Okay, and they find out how many of those cars are actually still out there on the road. If it's lower than, let's say, 20%, scrap it. Don't make no more parts for that. All right, but if it's still, like the PT Cruiser had an 8-year run, an 8-year freaking run. All right, so there's still a lot of those on the road, but now there's not a lot on the road because they have discontinued parts like the TIPM, the PCM, the skim module, everything that requires the car to go, they've discontinued. And aftermarket places can't keep up because they don't have the proper, it's like ingredients. Like KFC not gonna give Church's Chicken dairy ingredients to how to make their chicken taste like that. The chicken is the same, but the ingredients that they go by preparing it is different. Yeah, so I don't think Mopar gonna tell Derman the precise measurements of this. Y'all know about Derman got an aluminum cooler that's available for the 3.6 Pentastar. Did they actually seek out to Chrysler and try to find out the specs? Remember, what's inside is what's matter. Yes, the build quality is there. It's made of aluminum. But the specs, the internal flow, how much coolant actually flowing through there, how much oil actually flowing through there. To me, that's more important than the build. Yes, that's why I have a problem with that cooler, okay? The insides are not up to par, and I've seen problems. So I stick with the OEM plastic one. The plastic is being revised. I'm totally getting off topic, but my point is OEM quality matters. But in this case, it's an '08. We'll take a Derman. But I don't know.